Today is the day of release for Type Lumina when this video has been uploaded. As such, I wanted to do an analysis on the main heroine of Melty Blood, Sion Etnum Alencia. We will mainly be going over Sion in Melty Blood Original, as the other games are a lot more to tackle. So as such, there will be a bit of spoilers for Tsukihime as well as Kogetsu no Toya. Anyway, let us begin. Melty Blood 2002 takes place in a timeline similar to the manga timeline, where everything ends up resolving themselves most similarly to the Archery route. With one key difference, Sasuke Yumizuka is dead unlike the manga. In the manga, she happens to live the night in the hotel. In the actual canon, Sasuke Yumizuka died by Shiki hands as she turned into a vampire with no control over her bloodlust. After the events of Kogetsu Toya, Sion Etnum comes to Misaki Town with two goals in mind: to kill the cursed vampire Tatari and to find a cure for vampirism. There are 8 different routes in Melty Blood Original. However, I will only be talking about Route 1 and technically Route 7. However, they are technically both the same route. Nothing is really different about them besides the ending. During a midsummer day, Shiki happened to be walking around looking for someone, when suddenly he runs into a girl with purple hair. He believes her to be a foreigner, but he will soon find out to meet her again. This brief encounter was planned by Sion in order to gain information from Shiki to learn more about him, as well as his abilities for when she once again confronts him. Sion then runs into Shiki knowing where he would be and fights him, believing that the best way to get his cooperation is to, beat him up. Shiki, however, ends up winning the fight despite all of Sion's calculations. Though I'm sure there wasn't a miscalculation in there anywhere. Despite this, Sion still requests his help, and Shiki happily obliged, though not so happily when she mentions Sasuke. However, Shiki takes a great interest in the cure for vampirism, as it may have been a solution for, his distant friend now. So the two makes a deal. While Shiki is searching for the true ancestor so Sion can ask for her blood, Sion would look for information more about the new vampire that entered the town of Misaki Town. The two meets back up at night and the two have very little results to bring back, so start their first day of patrolling. However, Sion learns more about the true ancestor's true nature. That she's also a bit more disappointed by the true ancestor's true nature, but it's neither here or there. While patrolling, the two encounter Ciel, who is trying to arrest Sion for a reason we get to later. Sion happens to have a way with words and calling her a dog of the church, as well as saying that she has barely any restraint for bloodlust, but is a bit surprised to see that she has some right now. When Ciel threatens to use force, Sion happens to retort back by saying she will use force as well. However, she also dragged in Shiki, as is part of their partnership to help and work together. Despite Shiki and Sion's victory over Ciel, Ciel then said that she has business elsewhere as she has to deal with a dead apostle that is in town. However, this isn't before Ciel saying this, that if Sion happened to act up, Shiki will put her down as she does place her trust in him, as Shiki is a genuinely good person. However, before leaving, Ciel also mentions that she will come back for her, but the dead apostle is her first priority. After the fight with Ciel, Shiki demands to know why Sion was being pursued. Sion was being chased because the academy she was from, Atlas, requested her arrest from the church after she broke one of their laws. This law being, do not share information or study at other schools. Shiki says this is a really dumb law and Sion agrees. Though Sion also says that she does understand why they are angry at her. This is due to two reasons. The Edom family was already on thin ice in the Guild of All Alchemists. So her doing such a thing would already put her out. The second thing is that while they do encourage others to learn, the thing they don't encourage is spreading information, as they see whatever you learn or whatever practices you gain from studying there as their own. Therefore, no matter what information you gain, none of the information was to come out of that academy. Before continuing their patrol, however, Sion gives Shiki a warning, that is, do not feel anxiety or fear, as Tatari happen to turn into people's fears that turn into rumors. Shiki is the biggest catalyst, as he knows all the mystical stuff that have happened in this town. The two continue their patrol until they finally come in encounter with Tatari for the first time. Tatari has taken the form of Nero Chaos, as Shiki has feared one thing. What if a vampire were to return? A truly evil vampire that cannot be stopped. To him, Roa isn't an evil vampire. However, Nero, who simply ate people for gain, was an evil vampire. Sion is weakened by Tatari's presence, however she then scolds Shiki about not believing what she said, or not taking her word too literally. Shiki must once again fight Nero Chaos, due to Tatari taking the form of Nero Chaos. Shiki was able to pull a miracle once again, being able to defeat Nero Chaos once again. Sion warned Shiki that Tatari cannot be hurt, as Tatari isn't a formed thing yet, therefore it has no life yet. However, this doesn't stop Shiki, as he manages to defeat and make Tatari disappear for the time being. Despite this, Sion didn't tell Shiki the truth. In fact, she told him that Tatari was killed thanks to Shiki, but in reality, Tatari cannot be killed till it has a proper form. She does this because she doesn't want to see Shiki get hurt. Throughout the story, Sion and Shiki had been gaining a genuine bond with each other, so Sion lied to prevent this. This doesn't really stop Sion from feeling lonely right after leaving Shiki. She feels like she finally made a friend, and to see it all go away is sad to her. She goes ready to face Tatari with her body feeling heavy. She's scared, terrified, until she finally sees Shiki, who saw through all her lies and is ready to help her out no matter what. After all, they are partners. On their way to their final battle with Tatari, Sion explains everything to Shiki. She explained to Knight of Walshia how she and the church worked together to try to take down the Knight of Walshia, only to have the whole troop die, and only her to survive. She also tells Shiki how she's a vampire because Tatari bit her during that time, and that's the reason why she survived for so long, but she has never given in to her vampiric impulses. She also explains who exactly is Tatari. The person inside of Tatari happens to be the Knight of Walshia, or formerly known when he was human, Zepia Etnam Elancia. Zepia was the one who caused the family to have a bad name. Because of his curiosity, because of his insanity, he decided to become a vampire to try to prevent an inevitable future. Before the fight with Tatari begins, Sion asks Tatari a question. She asks, why did Tatari let her live? Why did she bite her? And the answer Tatari gives drives her insane. Due to this, she can no longer control her vampiric impulses. However, there's only one human here, and that being Shiki. She then attacks Shiki, and Shiki defends himself. On the way to Tatari, Sion asks Shiki to make one promise to her, that if she were to transform into a vampire, he would kill her. Shiki promised this, however, he didn't keep his promise. Instead, he kept fighting her, and fighting her till she finally woke up. Tatari never had any control over Sion. It was all in her mind. It was an excuse to just not accept her weakness. But thanks to Shiki encouraging words, telling her to snap out of it, that she is strong, that she is better than this, she finally gets back up. She finally breaks free of her vampiric impulses and once again fight Tatari on her terms. Tatari then transformed into Arcuri, as the rumors had gained enough power for him to become a true ancestor, and to also bring about her castle. The pair managed to defeat Tatari in this form, however, once again, they cannot fully kill Tatari. As Tatari is rumors, they cannot fully kill the concept of a rumor. However, thanks to Arcuri's sudden appearance, she manages to bring about something unexpected. Though the Red Sun was supposed to come 200 years in the future, Arcuri made a fake red moon to come tonight. This ends up kicking Walshia out of Tatari, as he is no longer the cursed vampire. After all, the true ancestor only made him a promise to give him a chance to find his answer until the next red moon, and now the condition has been fulfilled. While he may be a dead apostle now, he can be killed by Shiki and Sion, in which case they do. Sion and Shiki manages to end Tatari, as well as end Walshia. Finally, their internal night is finally over. However, before letting him go, Sion asks him one more question. What exactly did he see? Why did he go insane? And the answer is simple. He saw his death, tried to prevent it, and couldn't. Now, please note, in future games and future content, it's really speculated that this event is an unscripted event. Simply put, that he died from unnatural means. Sion is, of course, afraid of him. Not because of normal means of his insanity, no, but she's afraid of what she might become. If one day she were to become like Walshia, will she be able to retain her sanity? Will she become just like him? Shiki, however, gives her an answer. Walshia wasn't completely gone. Zepia wasn't completely gone. He did actually care for Sion. He didn't give an actual reason as to why he bit her other than he wanted her to live. Maybe it was just some sentimentality Shiki said, but those words still landed for her. With the night finally over, Sion finally can rest. She finally defeated Tatari. She can lay her mind now. With only one thing left on her mind, she decides to go to Atlas to end vampirism. Maybe there is a cure, but she won't know till she keeps looking. Before Sion actually leaves, the two share one final promise, that if either one of them are in any needs of aid, they will come and help each other. Throughout all the routes, Sion's weaknesses and strength are shown to us. In Route 1, we see how determined she is, as well as her closed-mindedness. In Route 2, we see her inability to put faith in others, but still show care for people she loves. In Route 3, we see her no-nonsense attitude end up being a weakness of hers. In Route 4, we see her determination causing her to distance herself from others. In Route 5 and 6, we see how she cannot accept love and determination. All these routes combined shows a person who doesn't believe they deserve love or friendship. They are insecure and see themselves as a horrible monster. A lot of people would say Sion is an inversion of, well, Sasuke, as she does take a lot of influence from Sasuke. However, I say otherwise. I don't believe that Sion is an inversion of Sasuke. However, I believe she's actually an inversion of, well, Shiki. Sion sees herself much like how Shiki sees himself, but their approach at life is inversed. While Sion is a really serious and optimal person who tries to do everything in an efficient manner, Shiki is laid back and doesn't do things like that. He takes things in strides. While Sion uses her brain to understand people, it's Shiki who uses his heart to understand people and empathize with them. While Shiki is more trustful of others, Sion is very untrustful of others. She has a hard time trusting others. Heck, even their fighting style are very much inverse. Shiki is a close but has short range, while Sion has longer range with her gun and whip. However, where they relate is where I think they both shine, and why their friendship feels so well genuine. In multiple routes, Sion turns into her vampire form and gives in to her impulses. She may not be controlled by Tatari, but she still sees herself as a disgusting creature. Shiki encountered Nanya in 2 routes, and each time he sees him, he is really disgusted. Disgusted at the mirror image of him right there. He hates the sight of him. As soon as he sees him, he says it's a sick joke. Shiki is also not very well accepting of other people's help. He will always be reckless and try to take things on himself when he can. Despite how fragile she is, she still tackles a lot of people who are stronger than her. She doesn't give up to them. She just faces them head on. These two have many traits in common, as well as many traits that are inverse of each other's. And I think this is done on purpose, as they are supposed to be best friends. And I think that's the point of what their relationship is. That is best friends. To finish off this analysis, I want to talk about one more scene. These scenes happen in Route 2. In Route 2, in the final battle, your final battle is against Sion. However, in that final battle, she will not use her whip, she will not use her gun, she will barely attack you if she can. She is resisting her vampiric urges as much as possible, and the AI match it so well. Despite Sion saying that she will give in to her vampiric impulses and probably kill him, Shiki doesn't kill her, and neither does Sion kill him. In fact, even when he sleeps, she doesn't attack him. By the morning, she's fully in control of her vampiric impulses. Shiki had faith in her, and she's happy that he had faith in her. Neither of the two are very confident characters, but they don't lay their insecurity on their sleeves. In fact, they make sure to hide their sleeves in order to hide those insecurities. To me at least, I like Sion. She's a really good character, and I do wish they would further her more. But with the announcement of Type Lumina not having Sion, it's sad to say that we won't see her anymore. While I did mainly talk about the plot of Melty Blood, it's hard to really talk about the plot of Melty Blood without talking about Sion. And while I do believe that Sion is a hard character to fully analyze, it still was a treat. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again soon. Next time we tackle Melty Blood, I plan on tackling all the act games and, well, trying to tackle what happened to Sion's character. how she changed over the years and all that type of stuff. Anyway, take care.